Guys, Mothman491 here with another video on the Madden NFL 17 progression test for your connected franchise mode. We're going to be running rookie players and younger players through this test to see how they will do after 5 seasons in the NFL and just how much progression they actually come up with and the stats that they have in these games. Now, we're going to be running them through a simulation, so I will not be playing these games. I will not be tinkering with the sliders. I will not be messing with the experience. All of this will be done by the computer. This is a completely simulated test, just like the Ezekiel Elliott test in the previous video. Hopefully you get an idea of what you want to do with Carson Wentz should you be the Philadelphia Eagles or a team that may be scouting him for your future quarterback. Thank you for watching, and enjoy. Okay, so we're after our first season with Carson Wentz, and he is now a 78 overall. So let's see the story here. He went up in awareness. His medium and short accuracy stayed about the same. Looks like his throw power, throw on the run, play action, and speed all stayed the same. And his secondary stats all stayed the same. Looks like his traits stayed the same. He's the number 29th ranked quarterback, and he is in the top 18%. So let's see the stats from this kid's rookie season and see exactly where he's at. Okay, so it looks like he had a decent season yard-wise. He had 23 passing touchdowns, 20 interceptions, a long of 65. He was sacked 15 times, which is pretty low for a full season. He had 290 pass completions for 55%. And 223 yards per game. So it looks like he had a decent rookie season. That 76.2 passer rating is a little low for my taste, but not a bad rookie season. He could drop those interception numbers next season, and that would not be upsetting. Let's see where he was in the rush game. He rushed for 162 yards on 49 attempts, 0 touchdowns, 1 broken tackle, 0 fumbles. That's a good stat to have for a rushing quarterback. 0 fumbles. So it looks like he had a decent rookie season. He played all 16 games with 1,110 downs played. So overall, this was a very good first season for Carson Wentz. Now, I do believe we're going to check and see what he did awards-wise. He won 2016 Offensive Rookie of the Year. So he was the Rookie of the Year. He got a big experience boost there. That was a decent thing for him. I really like his progression here. Let's move on to the second. Alright guys, so we're here in the second, we're in here in the third season actually. We're going to check out the story behind him. Wow, his awareness went up. His medium accuracy dropped. His short accuracy stayed the same. It looks like his base stats all basically stayed the same. His play action went up. His injury and toughness are still the same. It looks like basically the only change was his awareness and his medium accuracy dropping a little bit. Possibly his play action going up. Let's see the stats behind this development. I'm a little... Wow, another 3,000 yard season. 3,285 yards, 18 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. So he did drop the interception amount, but he did also drop his touchdown amount. His longest pass was 75 yards. His number of times sacked is doubled. He completed 253 passes out of 436 attempts and completed a 58% completion. 7.5 yards per attempt and 205.3 yards per game. So not as many yards, not as many touchdowns, not as many interceptions, longer throws it looks like, and a better completion percentage for a better passer rating. So not a bad year at all. He rushed for even more yards this season on a few more attempts, 278 yards. He had an average of 5.1 yards per carry, which is insane for a quarterback. 2 rushing touchdowns, 17 yards per game, 10 broken tackles, which is pretty damn good. 1 fumble, 96 yards after contact, which is insane for a quarterback, and 57 yards was his longest run. So definitely a good season for Carson Wentz here. He played all 16 games again. He played 1,060 downs played. Let's see if he won any awards. He did not. He did not win any awards this season. His traits have basically all stayed the same. And it looks like he didn't progress at all, but he is making strides towards being a good NFL quarterback. So let's sim to the third season here and see exactly where he stands. So we've made it through our third season here, and we're looking at what Carson Wentz should be. I'm hoping to see some improvement here. He had 2 straight good seasons for the Eagles, and hopefully that translated into some overall gain. It did. He has gained 2 overall points again. His awareness has gone up. His medium accuracy has stayed the same, but his short accuracy has gone up. His deep accuracy is still not improved. His throw power is still the same. His throw on the run is the same. His play action has gone up 1, actually. His speed has stayed the same. Acceleration, agility, carrying, strength, and stamina have all stayed the same, and his injury and toughness and secondary attributes have all stayed the same. Carson Wentz is the number 28th ranked quarterback in the league based on his overall rating of 80, putting him in the top 16% of quarterbacks. All right, let's see the stats that show the story here. Another 3,000-yard season, and a vast improvement here. 3,390 yards, a 90.3 QB rating, a 22 touchdown season with only 7 interceptions, with the longest pass of 89. He was only sacked 22 times, so he's dropped there too. Good job, O-line. 274 completions out of 469 attempts for 58% again. 7.2 per attempt, that's dropped a little bit. 211 yards per game, so the highest he's had since his rookie season. I see great improvement in this guy. Amazing season. Rushing, he dropped his yardage a little bit. He dropped his average. He still held on with 2 touchdowns. He did have 2 fumbles here, so not a massive concern, but he is a mobile quarterback, so there is a little bit of a worry about fumbles there, but that's not too many for 49 attempts. That's a pretty good percentage. I like what I see here with him in the run game and the passing game. He played all 16 games again, so a very healthy season for Carson Wentz once again. 1,028 downs played. Very, very good season for our young guy here. Very good third season. I'm very impressed with his progress. Let's go ahead and move to the fourth season and see where he stands after 4 seasons as the head QB for the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, we've just gotten to our 4th season here, and through our 4th season actually, and I would like to think that Carson Wentz has gone up, but he has not. Looks like his awareness has gone up, his medium accuracy has stayed the same, his short accuracy has gone up again. No change in deep accuracy, throw power, throw on the run. His play action has gone up a little bit, his speed has stayed the same. Acceleration, agility, carrying, strength, and stamina have all stayed the same, and all of his secondary attributes have stayed the same. He's now the 27th ranked quarterback in the top 13%, so he has gone up in that category. Let's see the stats from this season. And we see a drop in production. This looks like it might have been an injury season. 86.1 QB rating, which is a drop from last season. A major drop in yardage from all 3 seasons before this. 1,000 yards less than his rookie season. 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So his interceptions are down again, but I think this is because of an injury. Only sacked 8 times. 213 completions for 350 attempts. 60% completion rating, so that's a little bit better. 208 yards, so he was on pace to have a really good season, but it looks like he just fell short, and like I said, it's probably due to injury. So let's go ahead and check out his rushing. He had 188 yards rushing, which is more than his previous season in less attempts. 1 touchdown still, 2 broken tackles, no fumbles, which is a good stat. Yards after contact, 65. So we're seeing a lot more yards after contact this season. And his longest run was 65 yards. So good numbers there. Yes, an injury-shortened season. 12 games played, 801 downs played. But that's still... 2,500 yards is still a decent season for only playing 12 games. So I really can't fault him here for that. He's been healthy so far up to this point. So really no signs that he's going to continue to be an injury-plagued player. I do like that his interceptions were down. It looks like he might have been on pace to be at the same amount of interceptions, but he definitely was probably not going to reach the amount of touchdowns it was going to need to catch up to his last year's numbers. I like that he was only sacked 8 times, but it looks like one of those sacks might have been the one that took him out. So I see why there was no progression here. So let's move on to the 5th and final season and see exactly where Carson Wentz is going to end up after this test. Well, here we are, guys. We got through the 5th and final season, and we're going to check on Carson Wentz and see just how good he became. Hopefully there was some improvement. Hopefully he had a really good season, and we are about to find out where he settles down in the 5th and final season. Well, it looks like they signed Cam Newton, so they didn't have much faith in Carson, even though I'm thinking he had a decent season. He went up in awareness. His medium accuracy actually went up. Short accuracy stayed the same. Deep accuracy went down. Throw power is the same. Throw on the run the same. Play action looks like it went up a little bit. Speed went the same. All the different stats are the same. His secondary attributes are the same. And it looks like his traits stayed the same. He's the number 28th ranked quarterback, overall rating of 80, and in 18% of quarterbacks, he is in the top of them. Let's see the stats, contract, and awards. So he had the best season statistically of his career, it looks like. 3,682 yards, 23 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. The longest pass of 67 yards, sacked 27 times, so almost right up there with his career high. 290 completions of 484 attempts for 59%. Not a career high, but the shortened injury season really doesn't give you a real picture here. 7 yards per attempt, that's the highest he's had in his career. 230 yards per game, that is the highest he's had in his career. So definitely a really good season for this kid. Once again, rushing, he had the 2nd most yards of his career, the 3rd highest total yards per carry, 0 touchdowns, 1 broken tackle, and 1 fumble, unfortunately. Yards after contact, 5. Longest run was 8 yards. Averaged about 12.6 yards per game, not bad. He played in all 16 games, 1,085 downs played, so definitely a good season for this kid. Unfortunately for him, he is being replaced by Cam Newton, and that sucks for him, but that's not always going to be the case. They picked him up in free agency. It was automatic signing, but he did play that 5th and final season. I believe the Eagles made the playoffs. I think they came close to winning the Super Bowl, or not winning the Super Bowl, but actually making the Super Bowl, and just didn't quite get there. Looking through the news feed, yes, making the right throws. Carson Wentz guided his team to victory in playoff action this week by throwing 3 touchdown passes. So it looks like they did make it into the playoffs. They did make it deep into the playoffs, losing to the Packers 27-17. I would say that the Eagles came just close enough to get to the conference finals, and they lost to the Packers and not ultimately go to the Super Bowl. But I gotta say, I could possibly recommend Carson Wentz, depending on personal improvement from the user. Carson Wentz could turn into a very beast quarterback. Like I said, the randomness of signing Cam Newton isn't going to happen every time. More than likely, the Panthers will re-sign him, so that's not something you're going to have to worry about. Well, guys, there you have it. That is the 5-year progression test for Carson Wentz, second overall pick for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with his progress. It's an 80 overall, which is up from his original overall of 76. Not too much of a jump as we saw with the Ezekiel Elliott video, but it is definitely an improvement, and I think with some personal tinkering, you could definitely take care of that. Winning that Rookie of the Year really helped out his case. Multiple 3,000-yard seasons, a 3,600-yard season definitely helped his case as well. I think that if you want to trade for him, it might be a good idea to be, your quarterback of the future. And if you're already playing as the Philadelphia Eagles, feel free to keep him and make him a superstar. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more players done this way, please leave that name in the comment section below. The first video, which is about Ezekiel Elliott, as I said, will be in the description below as a link. Check out that video as well. Leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. We'll be making these videos every once in a while and showing you what players that you should go after in trades or maybe in the off-season for free agency in your Madden 17 connected franchise mode. Again, thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to stay awesome. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.